again with one of my favorites, Rain. And I have no idea if it's going to be a masterpiece or not. In my ears, I just listened to Rain millions of times, like millions. While I was editing videos for my YouTube, while I was working, while I was eating on my own at nights, I was listening to Rain. While I was with my sister in the car, going out long drives, I listened to this song maybe. It was kind of like a 1 hour driving, 30 minutes to somewhere and 30 minutes going back, and I was all on myself. Like my sister were somewhere else. So exactly both 30 minutes spent on listening to Rain. So that much of a beautiful song it is to me. Have you reacted to Euphoria? We reacted to Euphoria. We just listened to Euphoria, but we never analyzed it. Yeah, this analyzing series is just very new, very brand new things to the whole operation. All right, let's go and listen to Rain. See, I just like to know why this song is beautiful, because I never analyze it myself. I just love it. Even that simple Rain is much more effective than having nothing and starting the whole song with vocal, okay? Like we just, right at the very beginning when you start singing, it feels so off. But that thunderstorm is much more effective than that. So we have an intro here. Short, natural sound, something that we know, okay? So the beauty of listening to this thunderstorm is that you don't need any kind of intro when you have natural sounds. Just a simple Rain and you feel known to the whole thing. Okay, it's because you know Rain all your life. That is the beauty. Da da da. That da 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 is everything. Like you just like got it. I know what is going on here. Da da da. It's like go. I know it's gonna be amazing. And see, unbelievable. BTS, I mean, I love BTS for doing this when it comes to being super brilliant. So, in Louder Than Bombs, you could see we had an intro. Everything started, we just experienced a beautiful melody and a beautiful chorus, and everything just ended, and then RM starts singing. Okay? So it was a complete melody or song based on a very structured form. So we had a form, we had an intro, we had an A section, we had a B section. They just repeated themselves, and we just got into rap and, simple, standard. I can say standard, not simple. Standard, super standard. But here they go avant-garde. Again, RM is just talking, and at the very beginning of the song, he's just adding some touch. It's like, dude, what are you doing here? It's supposed to be a Jungkook session, but you're here doing what? Doing creativity, adding intuition to the song. That's why you feel like, wow, this is different. This is a different song, only because it's out of form. Okay, it's out of form. It has a bit of inner chaos. It's like, that question and answer we experienced it with Jimin and V, right? In the House of Cards. So again, we have it. It's form of a question and answer between Jungkook and RM. So apart from the lyric, whatever it is, whatever it says, they have a question and answer section or a part or phase or that they're doing together. It's kind of like a dialogue, right? Into movies. So let's go one more time. A beautiful dialogue. That's why you feel like it's compelling. It's very sweet. So Jungkook has it, RM has it, V has it, RM has it, and it's just like, wow, okay. We have something here that we don't have it usually. Not into BTS song, but not in another songs from other artists, right? A new structure. And RM is not only rapping, he is singing. Okay? He's singing. He's so in previous song you heard that I said they're cruising on harmony. They're trying to have a clutch note to stick with it, to just having a bit of going back and forth, and it's just fine. But here, that clutch note is a jazz piano. Okay? It's a jazz piano. It's just like serving your coffee in a glass of flour. That creative, huh? You're just gonna be shocked. You're just like, all right, this is not usual. I know I'm gonna drink coffee, but it's not in a simple glass. It's different. 말 지어보네. 어차피 못한 거 그냥 아무 말이나 지어보네. 시선을 돌린 창밖은 온통 회색빛. 회색실 회색 빌딩 회색 유리 회색빛. 이 세상 모든 게 누려. 참내 속에 동생 자꾸 말끝이 흐려. 죄 없는 냉장고 또 유럽 따다더 밀려온 알 수 없는 허전함에 일단 나가야겠다고 생각하지. 우산도 하나 없이 선명해 비들이 세상에 닿는 소리. 피식 웃음 최고의 배경음악. 미친놈처럼 콧노래를 흥얼거린다. When RM finishes the rap section, which is kind of like the long rap section, so I'm telling you, when you're having rappers into your songs, you don't care about the melody anymore. So the form is different. You should care about what the rapper is about to say. That is the important part. That is the part that you actually need some good harmony, a clutch note to stick with, and to just ride on that wave until you're gonna just meet the island, the surface. So in here we're just on RM's wave, and it's just good. The melody is not kind of like monotone. It has some stops. It has just going down. It has a beautiful back and forth question and answer in the piano part, which is a very beautiful vintage jazz sound. And then it goes to Jungkook, and it goes beautiful. Again, the vocal cue, right? The drum is about to giving you the vocal cue, the shuffle. And we have the vocal harmonization, which is so essential. I'm sure if there were no vocal harmonization, I wouldn't count the song as a good song because my ear need to hear some differences. So the differences can be into the song itself, or it can be in the melody. So we have a different topic here. It's a complicated song. Why? Because whether you can just keep the vocal, very, very narrow, not really complicated, and you just mix a lot of complication with the melody, with the harmony, with the orchestra, which we experience in Lie and Film Out. The vocal is not that crazy, but the harmony behind it is just making a huge impact. In here, the melody stayed the same, and the vocalist is about to give us that impact, which is awesome. So far, so good. So BTS, when it comes to that, I'm saying it's not about BTS. It's about every song in the world. Because if they didn't had any idea, they wouldn't really make the song, right? So they had some idea. They could extend it to some part. They could extend it at least a minute or so, a minute 15 seconds, a minute 35 seconds. So when you get there, every song in the world is beautiful. The moment that you lose your interest is the part that they ran out of ideas and they try to, repeat themselves, or they just came up with the worst idea ever. The melodies start feeling a bit out of tune, out of feeling. So far it was a perfect song. So it matters from now. Again, it came to the chorus, and the vocalist just finished the chorus, and again we're just gonna land a little bit until we face the next phase. So the first scene is over. We experienced the topic. Now we expect a climax, because that wasn't a climax. Okay, that was not a climax. It was just the chorus, the first scene. If we experience a climax, it's going to become a good song. It's going to add a lot of value to the song. We have a rapper. All right. So we had intro with the vocalist. Rapper comes in. We have chorus. We have rapper comes in again. So far, very standard, a beautiful structure. They follow the structure mathematically. So if you listen closely, you will understand the harmony that were behind the RM section was different than the harmony that we have on Suga's section. With RM, we had harmony, we had a vintage jazz piano playing melodies, okay? But with Suga, which when it comes to singing, I think RM is better. It's a better performer when it comes to singing, apart from rapping. That's why we have harmony in there. But with Suga, we only have chords. Okay, we only have chords to accompany Suga. Maybe it was their own choice to just go with that. That's totally okay. But sometimes you don't have any choice yourself. You should go like that. So both case scenario, they're just fine. They're totally okay. We have chords and drums and bass. Not so crazy. Standard. A bit of a staccato. The melody comes in, but it's not crazy. This time, they harmonized the vocal in a different way with another vocalist. Jin comes in. So far, so good. So far, so good. It's okay. They just repeated. They just repeated the chorus. Okay, but it wasn't. It didn't feel like it's a chorus. Okay, it felt like it's a passage. It's more of a bridge than a chorus. It's only because at the very beginning of the song they didn't give us any specific or crazy chorus. It wasn't really chaotic. It felt like it's just, I don't know. It felt like it feels like they haven't given us the chorus yet. I can say it like this. It feels like we had an intro, we had a rapper, we had a bridge to the second rapper. The second rapper comes in, we have a bridge. The third rapper comes in, the third rapper is about to finish, and then we're about to experience the chorus. That is how I feel. I don't know if it's correct, but that's how I get it, you know. And see, rappers in this particular song, they're singing as well. They're not just rapping. That's how I think that's how it feels different. J-Hope is singing. V could sing this part. Jimin could sing this part. Now he's rapping, right? Again, same melody line with RM. This is RM's part. Bridge. They want to connect. The climax. Wow. Did you see when they actually added the climax? That is one of the brilliant climax position in any song. I can say by far, like the percentage of the songs that have climax at the very end of the song, the chance that they're gonna get repeated by the audience is far more than the songs that the climax is at the very middle or at the very beginning of the song. Okay, that is how I know from my own experience. Like all the songs that have the climax at the very end of the song, and they're not about to give you that climax again. Like that is the problem mostly with me and the songs that I listen, that the climax is everywhere. It's like I don't want it everywhere. Just give me once in the song. Just let me experience that moment only once. I can click on it again. They didn't repeat themselves with the climax. Imagine if this climax were about to be here, and then it could be here, and then it could be here, just like louder than bombs. What could it feels like? It feels like they're repeating themselves, but they didn't repeat themselves. The melody was just fine. So I have to confess that I never analyzed this song before, and I felt like there's some part that they can avoid doing this in this song as well. So at the very middle part of the chorus form, or which I called it a bridge because it felt like a bridge, it was unnecessary between the rappers as well, because J-Hope just starts singing a little bit. That could solve all the problems. You didn't need to just make it this much long. So yes, it could avoid that, but the way that they arranged the song, it worth it. It worth it. I think because of the climax with Jimin just came in, like it's. I have to be super honest. So it was more of a bridge to the outro. Okay, so those parts were the chorus. We had the chorus at the very beginning of the song. Then we had the chorus between the rappers, and then they actually repeated the chorus to a beautiful bridge, which the bridge was insane. It was insanely beautiful to the outro. So they could avoid that. But they didn't. Still, but I'm just like, with that being said, I listened to this song millions of times. See, still, I believe this song is not that much of a masterpiece, but it's a very good song because of the melody, because of the placement of the climax, which is not at the very in the middle of the song, but it's at the very end of the song. And my urge to just play this song one more time is that high only because of that insane bridge, insane melody. Like it's just beyond the speech. So that's why, and that's actually how it's happening here. So yeah, they could avoid that, but it's a very, very beautiful song. I don't think it's a masterpiece like The Seas, like, I don't know, like Lie. It could be better. They could avoid it, but it was a very calm and friendly and such a beautiful song. I think this song has the potential to go like in the history because of the choice of the instruments. That vintage jazz piano. It's my personal opinion. It's gonna go into my history. So don't get it wrong. If you don't agree with me, feel free to disagree. But I believe this is a very, very beautiful song. A beautiful ending as well. Not only having an intro, but it had an ending. I really love Rain, but sometimes it feels like even Army forget about it. Yes, they forget about it because it's not a masterpiece. It's a very beautiful song. And I can say it's not a pop song. Okay, it feels like it's a classic jazz. All right, but the problem is that they're gonna give this songs a pop label only because of the arrangement of the vocalist and the lack of solo. Maybe like there were no solo jazz in there. There were no. It's not a jazz song because in jazz we have different music form. So the form is not jazz, but it sounds like a jazz song, and I like it. And if you're into jazz, you're gonna love this song because it's very juicy and it's a pop jazz maybe, right? Anyway, it was beautiful. Okay, so I don't think this song is a masterpiece, but I believe